Shall we start? Any doubts regarding last classes? Sensorial. No doubts? Language, I have to give you the notes. We'll get it. Language will start after 1 hour. So, yeah, afternoon session. Yeah, sender blocks, printer, broad states, color tablets, touch tablets, sound boxes. Any doubts regarding that? No, that the same thing. Tactiles. See, material description, everything you have in your books itself. You can copy that. Okay, everything. Yeah, for everything. Language, I have to check it. When you're doing language sessions, we'll check that. So even here, sensorial also, nicely they are given everything. Yeah, you can just copy down it, and even presentation also they are given. Just you have to write how do you give the presentation, because here they are given the steps. Okay, just refer this and whatever I am doing in the class and that invitation part, you need to practice all those things as a teachers. So these notes will help you to how to do that. But why we are writing the presentations? How we do. No, directly we are writing that. Notes means just will write something, indirect sentences, but when you are writing presentation, it will be in a direct speech. Okay, you have to just remember maybe the child next to you and you have to write the presentation. No doubts regarding that? Till now what you have done? Okay. So now we'll move on to the next one, that is called geometrical cabinet. Yeah, sensorial. Now you tell me, how do you introduce shapes to the children? Because we introduce no basic shapes. In this age itself, we are going to introduce the shapes. Do you think that shapes comes under sensorial or mathematics? So beginning, how do you teach? Now you got the idea, right? How to teach. Okay, shapes, what do we do? Normally, just we say circle. If you want to teach circle, we'll take some few examples, maybe some things. Okay, ball or apple or something else. So, what is circle? Actually, the child should know what is circle. Circle as circle. Okay, maybe in circle also we can draw in different sizes, isn't it? So, that thing, when we start geometry, in 3rd or 4th or 5th standard, first we teach how to construct a circle. No, before that the child should know, and it should always remain in his motor memory as well as in his visual memory, so it will be easy for him when he does his geometry, because these shapes, yes, he knows now because he has to relate the shapes to outer environment. If they say something, if they show ball, yes, this is in circle shape. If they say show some television, the child should be able to say, yes, this is in square shape, rectangle shape. If you see sandwich, yes, it should be related to triangle. All these things is going to do now. It is purpose now. Okay, later on when the child starts doing his geometry or something else, then he should be able to recognize, yes. Okay, we are preparing the child for this from now. That is indirect aim of the this is your geometrical cabinet. Can you see the box? Okay, this whole boxes we call it as a geometrical cabinet. Okay, so here we have 6 trays. Later on I'll introduce what are these trays. Now here we have 1 tray on top. This is called presentation tray. You just write on the presentation tray. Here we have 3 basic shapes. What are the 3 basic shapes? Triangle, square and circle. Okay, maybe we have here 6 trays, but we are going to give presentation only with the presentation tray. As we have discussed in the last classes, later on we'll just suggest the child to work in the same manner with the other trays also. Okay, always the presentation tray will be on top. Okay, invitation. Today shall we work with geometrical cabinet, or today shall we see what is circle or something, whatever you want, you can give the presentation as your wish. Preparation. Okay, take the child to the place of display, introduce the material. Okay, show the first presentation tray and tell the child, today we are going to work with this tray. Okay, now the child knows how to carry it. Ask the child to carry like a tray. Same manner. Okay, ask the child to carry it. You don't carry. Okay, here we have three basic shapes. Here we are not introducing any names or something because you know introduce all the names through name lessons. Okay, here we have three basic shapes. Okay, here also as we did for sandpaper letters and everything, just the child will trace the shapes. Okay, when he traces, it's going to store in his motor memory. So that's what we needed at this age. When the child is around 3.5 years, we are going to give this activity. Okay? Yeah. See? We have a knob to hold. Yes, we have a knob. And again, here we have a triangle or circle shape cut out of wood and it is painted in blue color. Okay, again we have a same shape here also. Okay, just one by one. First we are going to introduce circle. Okay, first we are going to give circle. Why circle? Why circle? So used to that shape again. The scientific reason is there is no pass here. No, here we have a sides and corners, everything. But when it comes to circle, there is no sides, there is no corner. So it will be easy for the child to trace. Okay. So presentation tray. Then all the three has to do in at one sitting only. Okay. Just see. You just remember the points which you have to tell to the child. Those points you have to mention it. Okay. Other things you have in your notes itself. Don't worry. But what you say to the child, that is more important. Okay. Circle. You have to hold the knob with the three fingers itself. So whatever hand you use, but you have to use these three writing fingers to hold. Okay. Sorry. Then you have to say the first point. See how I am holding. Because the child should not hold here or here somewhere. It should hold the knob. Already the child is used to it because already he is doing cylinder blocks. Okay. Just show, see how I am holding. Okay. Then tracing. Okay. At least with these two fingers. Okay. Make it equal. When you are tracing, these two fingers should be equal. Okay. Now just see how I am doing, what I am saying, afterwards you can write. Okay, second time when I explain you can write. So, the first one you have to say, see how I am holding, where I am holding. Then, see how I am tracing. Okay. See how I am tracing. I am tracing. Though I am tracing very fast. No, slowly. Okay, you have to trace it slowly. See how I am tracing. Okay, that is one point. See where I am starting. No, you can start from here also, not a problem. Yeah. This also. See, circle means, see, this whole part is a circle. Okay. So when you trace somewhere here, where you are getting that image. Okay, if you trace here, you see the difference. That's what I told you, you have to practice it. You just see, trace here and see the difference. Let me you just trace, come here. You just come here. You trace and tell me the difference. edge. See, you should feel that. That's why sensorial means you should feel that. No, simply I can say that she's tall, she's short, and everything. But why? See, cylinder blocks were introducing, from there we are introducing so many names. Even Pinter also, you may think that is easy, but you just think of the development of the child. No, because the child is very small. Because of that, we doesn't have that much confidence also. Yes, I can do it. Even whatever we do, we think wise. Is it correct, or what we know is that proper or something. But when you teach the child, because the child will be very smart, that's why whatever the doubts you have to clarify now itself, because when you start working with the children, you have to think in a scientific manner. We love children, whatever we do, yes, we hug, we kiss, all those things. Apart from that, what's going to help the child? Okay, kissing and hugging and rhymes and stories, okay, all are the part of the curriculum, but even then, how can, because of that only, practical method, they do more practical method. In that school, they follow more practical way of teaching. So why? Practical way means not only giving some playthings and making the child to occupy the timings. Not only that, you have to think in a scientific way, how my child can remember. That's what we'll tell, no? These 6 years is very important in child's life. The same thing is going to carry throughout his life. That is really true. What you learn, what I am when I was child, the same characters till now it's carrying in me. That never changes. Maybe because of some situations, some difficulties, you may change your characters, or you have to act according to your situation. But the original, whatever is there, it is from that childhood. Okay, please remember that. Think in scientific way. That's what you have got here. You're coming here. So don't listen to us. Don't think whatever we say it's correct and we have to listen to them. No. She had a doubt, she came, now it's clarified. Now whatever she wants to give in this manner, she'll think in that way. Yes, what? If I give this, how the child, it's going to benefit for the child. Okay, you have to think in that manner. Whatever the doubts, please clarify, and then we'll move on to the next one. If I take 2-3 extra classes, I said it doesn't have any problem. Okay, please you have to learn it in a proper way. Okay. Got the difference? Yeah, because if it trace here also I can trace no circle. No, circle means, see why? Because when the child start drawing, they'll give radius, circumference, everything, right? So why is that? Because it should be in a proper size. So when the child traces, it has to go, see, continuation. If I trace here, there will be no continuation. I am not tracing in a circle shape. Somehow I am tracing it. No, that's what. Circle means the child knows. You have to start here, the same point we have to end. That's a circle the child knows. But what is the proper circle? We are teaching through this. Yeah. Just see where I am starting. Because where you start, you have to end there only. See, I am starting here and I am ending here only.
We can start from like this
This way we don't. You write this way. Ulta.
because my child is doing 3 days same manner.
Ulta she is writing.
I'm teaching in 2 or C, but 2 is able, but C is not able easily.
Is,
I don't know.
in the sense
Need
is,
motor memory, I don't know what.
no, actually it is doing mirror image, right? Ulta C is writing.
Yeah.
That is mirror image. That's why you have to give it sandpaper, or at least you bring some sand and that ask him to trace it. Even sand also, no, it's going to store. It's little bit like rough. So it's going to store. You try with that.
Do nicely. But when C,
That is mirror image. That is nothing but a mirror image. See why? Because they'll see C directly when you show C like this. That is ulta for you. When I show C, that is correct for me. But for you, no, all those mistakes we do actually. So what do you do? A for apple. I am writing A here. B, I am writing like this. For you, it is ulta. See, I am writing B. For you, it is All these things matters a lot. No, we think yes, we are doing correct. But when you're teaching ABCD, don't teach like this. Or when you're teaching some rhymes, A, B, C, D, what they'll do? They'll write simply, without any instrument, simply they'll write. When they're writing, so children will be in front of you and you're writing. When you're writing like this, the children will also write ulta, like this. Because the children will see, yes, ma'am is writing this side, even I have to write this side. No? Maybe you're standing here. You just do it for your small children. If you have any 2-3 children, raise your right hand. If you raise right hand, they'll all raise their left hand. It's a mirror image. No, that's why you have to turn like this and you have to show, then they'll do it properly. That's it. Got it? So like this you have to trace. Okay, just trace for 4-5 times and ask the child to trace it. Okay, then this is pairing activity actually. Here we have a circle and we have a socket also for this. See, the same shape we have here also. Okay, just trace this also. Don't take out this from this tray. Okay, always it will be fixed. Okay, so the same shape we have here also. Okay, then ask the child to. Okay, then we'll take the next one. Okay. Yeah, this is not a name lesson. Okay, this presentation we are giving for this presentation tray. This is not name lesson. Name lesson I will introduce afterwards.
Tracing and pairing.
Yeah, this is pairing because these whole tray they will use for tracing and pairing. I'll show. I'll come to that next. Okay, then take the second one. Again, see where I'm holding. Okay. See, however you want you can start because we draw like this only, right? Triangle we draw like this or okay. See where I'm starting. Okay, when you touch the corner, you have to pause for a while. Okay, fraction of seconds you have to pause here. Okay. See, I'm stopping where I started. Okay. Through name lessons. I'll do it. After this I'll do it. Now you don't tell anything. Just the child should be able to recognize. I'll tell you why. Okay. Over. Now here we have a same shape. Why we are doing this pairing activity? Without this material also the child should be able to recognize the shape. Right. So here we have a same shape. Ask the child to trace it and place it. Okay. Then take the next one, square. Okay, now the child knows where to hold everything. So here we have a 4 corners. First we didn't have any corners or something. The second one we did, we had only 3. Now we have 4. Okay. Okay, see where I'm starting. See how I'm tracing slowly. Okay, you can tell all these things to the child. I'm ending there itself. Okay, so then as the tell the child, see we have same shape here also. I'm just showing how to trace the shapes. Okay, I'll tell you why. Why this activity, just I'll tell you later. In a normal class. Yeah, you'll get it. The plastic ones also you'll get it. Even now wooden one also you will get it in the market. Yeah. I'll tell you what is the activity. Actually, this is not an activity. This is just we are introducing the child, or we are teaching the child how to trace and how to match. That's it. Okay, this is presentation. That's what I told. This is presentation tray. This we are using only for the presentation purpose. This is not an activity tray. So activity trays are here. Okay, see. Okay, see, same we have here also. Okay, ask the child to place it. Got it? Till now the child knows how to take the impression, everything. He can now ask the child to take out all the shapes and keep it in a mixed manner. Maybe this is easy. Don't think, ma'am, that you can do it fast. We'll do it. Okay. Now you take out everything. Now you ask the child to place these shapes in a proper place. Okay, now what the child does, after seeing the shape, the child is able to place it, or else what he'll do, he'll trace this as well as he'll trace this, and he'll place. Okay, this is activity. Pairing. Activity is a purpose of this material. Okay, cylinder blocks we did, because cylinder blocks we had sockets as well as cylinder. Our aim was to, the child should be able to place the cylinder in a particular socket. That is the main purpose of that, why we have designed that material. Exercises are what else we can do with this. Now the child knows the parent activity or whatever the presentation we are given. Exercises, what else can we teach with this? Memory exercises, grading, memory exercises. Maybe indirectly we are teaching grading and all those things using that material. That is called exercises. Now we have done the activity, not the exercise. Pairing activity. Any doubts? Got it, no? I'll explain everything, then you'll be not confused, okay? After this, you can introduce name lessons, okay? You can take any two shapes, okay? Now, you know, no, name lesson, first period, you have to say the name. Now you don't write name lesson. I told you, I'll give you the notes. Don't write name lessons, okay? Maybe next class, or I'll give you, okay? So name lesson, you just trace circle. This is circle. 1, 2, 3. However you want, you can introduce. Now it's up to you. If you wanted you to see here, we have 3 shapes. Okay, 3 sides. This is triangle. So here we doesn't have any sides. Circle. Or else simply if you want to introduce, you can introduce. Okay, this is circle. This is triangle. This is triangle. This is circle. Okay. Edges here. That's what I told you. It's up to the teacher. 3 edges, 3 corners. We introduce, no? Even in UKG children, we introduce the shapes and we introduce how many sides, how many corners. We'll give shape and we'll ask the child to. There are dash corners. There are dash edges. We'll teach. The same manner you can teach. You have to see, that's what I told, Montessori method. It totally it's depend on the child, how he is performing. Because we are doing for the individual child. If it in a group, maybe I am doing it for a group. I don't know how many are understanding and how many are not. But still, if you have any doubts, you'll rise, I'll tell, and those who are sitting quietly, they'll see. It happens, right? Even if you have 30, 40 children in a classroom, even if you think of maybe college students also, lecturer will come, will start lecturing. So maybe those who will understand, yes. Others, they'll raise their questions if they have any doubts. Others, simply they'll sit. How do we understand whether they'll know or not? When you're dealing individually, now we'll understand whether the child is capable to do or not. See, this is teaching means, I'll tell you, those who are teaching from first standard to higher classes, that is totally different from kindergarten, or nursery method, or Montessori. Because here you have to deal, because they're small children, you don't know how children will react. But today is very good, tomorrow he'll come with crying and he doesn't have any interest. Today he'll write so nicely and tomorrow, I don't know what happens, he doesn't write at all. So you have to deal individually. No, higher classes, not a problem. They'll come, they'll teach to everyone in the same manner and they'll go off. That's why in other countries they're following this Montessori method. Why each and every child is individual there. Is not dependent on their parents at all. If you go to foreign countries, we just listen with somebody, or you just go through the net and you just check it how their lives are. Because as soon the child will be around 12, 13 years, he'll just move out of his home. He'll learn, he'll study on his own. Even they can't do any property to their children. Here, no, we think only that to make the property for our children and that to be safe aside everything. So it's a rule that they should not do in some countries. If they have any property also, when they die or in the last stage, they have to give to some government. No, because their education system is like that, the children will be more independent. Other things you leave it, maybe they have more freedom and they'll do lots of things. Don't think about that. But why they are not dependent? In India, the more dependent, you just think, you'll be wonder. If you see in many houses, they'll marry to their son and the son will have 2 kids. Again, the son will not be earning. The parents only take care of his son, daughter-in-law, and again granddaughters. Have you seen? You just think. No, because people they talk, even we see in our society, all those things, why this is happening? No, you'll think, my father has made a lot of property, why I should earn, why I should struggle. No, because our Indian mentality is like this, because our education system is not very strong here. We are not very much confident and we are a little bit lazy type. No, all these things matters a lot. That's why if your child should be independent, or if your own children or wherever you are working, you have to make him independent. That's why even some schools, somebody is asking, even they are doing this Montessori method till 4th standard, till 7th, till 10th. There they have, till 12th they have Montessori method of teaching. Maybe, according to the age, according to the subjects, the materials and the other things will differ. No, because the child becomes more independent in Montessori if you really follow pure Montessori. Because in Indian system, we can't follow the pure Montessori system because we know parents, they doesn't know. If they doesn't write, they'll come and argue. We can't run the school ultimately. When I'm doing Montessori method, if I argue, yes, I'll do only Montessori method, nobody will come to my school. I have to mix up everything. Just start thinking. If somebody asks you about these things, you should, because you are doing both the courses or whatever it is, you should be strong in your subjects. Okay, somewhere you went. Okay? Again, second period, you just ask the child, give me circle, give me triangle, place circle here, place triangle here. Okay? In the third period, what is this? What is this? Like this, introduce all the names. Done. Any doubts?
Triangle or
Triangle.
triangle?
Angle, no? Triangle. Tri means 3 sides. Angle. Triangle. Got it? Yeah. So, here we have other 6 trays. Isn't it? So, in 6 trays, what do we have? What are these? Polygons. No? What are these? Circles. Okay, different sizes of circles. Like this we have the 6 trays. Afterwards you can see, okay, different types of triangles. You can see here. I'll show you everything. I'll show you. First I'll give you the presentation. Anybody strong in geometry, mathematics? See, we have all types of triangles here. Right angle triangle, obtuse, acute. Go home and study. Next day you come and practice this. Okay? So, geometrical cabinet, we have, like this, we have 6 trays. Okay? Now you ask the child to bring any one of the tray. Okay, maybe so here we have 6 circles, okay, of different sizes. Now the activity is the child has to take out all the circles. Yeah, pairing activity. Okay. Now what the child does? The child has to pair this. He has kept it in a mixed form. He has to pair. When he wants to trace, what he'll do? He'll take any one of the circle. He'll start doing like this. Or else what he'll do? He'll trace this as well as he'll trace this shape also. See, I'm tracing this. When I trace this, okay, I'm tracing this, I'm tracing here. So when I trace this and this, when I start comparing, I feel this is small. Okay, because we have taught the child in this manner. Pairing, right? From that presentation tray, we are taught in this manner. Some children, if they visually, see some children, last class in workshop somebody asked, directly if they put what to do, ma'am. Directly if they put, really it's a good because their visual sense is more sharp. Okay, so if they doesn't know, they'll trace. If this they feel is small, they'll go for the next one. Again they'll trace and they'll pair it. Okay, so after this exploratory activities, what we can do regarding circle? Big circle, small circle. So exploratory means some other activity. See, exercises means with this only we are doing some other exercises. Okay, that is exercises. Exploratory activities means apart from this material, using this sense, what can we do? Okay, sun will be a little big size and you can show some circle shapes, what are the things available. Or else you can collect some circle shaped balls. Okay, we'll get different types of sizes of balls, right? From very small to very big. Okay, if you are running your own school or in your school only you can ask, so you can bring everything. Okay, keep it in a one box or somewhere in a mixed form and then ask the child to arrange it or grade it from small to big or big to small. No, so that the grading, the children will understand even in circle will have so many sizes, and again you ask the children to collect some things which are in circle shape, or else maybe you can do so many things. You can think, yeah, chapati also, circle shapes. One day you can ask them to bring only circle shape snacks or whatever the tiffin. So one will bring biscuits, yeah, chips you will get it, and chapati or dosa or idli will be in a circle shape. Now you can introduce so many things. Or else same size balls or something else, circle shape, maybe same size, 4-5 colors. balls. Okay, next size, maybe same size 4-5 colored balls. Again, you can keep it in a mixed form. You can ask the child to separate it. Okay, same size with different colors, no? See, if you have same size and same color, easily they'll pick and keep. So if you have different, maybe 5 balls of same shape with different colors, they'll search. Again with the other size, at least 2 sizes or 3 sizes, like that 5, 10 rupees balls you can bring and you can make many activities with the children. So that they'll be very much perfect with the circle shape. Even whatever they see outside, so they'll be able to see which shape. Maybe circle shape only they can able to see. So even if you ask them to bring those snacks or tiffins, everything in circle shape, so it will be very useful. Then they'll identify. Wherever they go, if they see the shape, they'll say this is in circle shape. What you are preparing is in circle shape. They're able to see. Okay, if they go outside also, pani puris will be circle shape. See, so many things. At that age, they're attracted to those things. Kachori will be in circle shape. All those things, whenever they see, at least for a fraction of seconds, they'll think about shapes. Got it? Any doubts? In the same manner, the child traces for everything and he matches for the correct size. Directly if the child is doing, it's really socket. Yeah, this is socket or yeah. I'll come, I'll teach. Circle, you understood, no? So, what other activity you can do? You can ask the child to take out everything, all the circles. Just take out all the circles. No, this is over. Keep it back, okay, or keep it somewhere. Now you ask the child to arrange it from big to small, small to big. Yeah, grading. So one day, when the child starts writing, okay, when the child starts writing, what he can do? Here we get geometrical insects, okay, that is totally a different material, okay, that is metal one, we'll get it, okay. So, he doesn't have that material, I'll explain through this only. When the child starts writing, you can give one paper, pencil, because in Montessori method we keep pencil, in pencil stand we keep some pencils. I'll show those videos, okay. So, he has to place it on a paper, take a pencil and he has to trace it. Trace the shape and color it. That you can do. All the shapes you can do like that. These shapes you can use. Yeah, later on when the child starts writing. Okay, this is not, these activities, now the child is not writing. Okay, when the child starts writing, or it depends on totally on the school. I told you, because even in Montessori schools, as then they'll come, they'll start teaching ABCD and they'll follow this also, they'll follow that also, and they'll do. So when your child is ready to write, you can teach. Now the child will learn how to trace the things, because he has to hold it here firmly and pencil he has to run. Nicely he has to trace and give some crayons, ask him to color the shapes. Grading he can do, or else he can trace and he can cut that shape. So many things. Ask him to trace and ask him to color it and then cut the shapes. It is up to you, you can think. Now you think what you can do. Just we are giving you the ideas. Just think, if he doesn't have Montessori material also, you should be able to manage your classroom. Maybe if you are teaching shapes, you should be able to use some teaching aids you call in nursery method, but those teaching aids should be properly manipulated and it should be scientifically useful for the child. Okay. Then, when you take polygons, okay, when the child is around 5.5 or 6 years, if the child is able to recognize the shapes, and so because he will be doing, when we introduce these geometrical cabinet at the age of 3.5, the child will be using this till 6 years. Okay, now these things you can ask the child to do like that only. Now the child takes out everything and now children are very clever, they'll trace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 sides. Now the child starts taking 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it 6? No. 1, 2, 7. Okay, he'll keep it back. He'll take next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like this he is going to pair. Here you don't teach the names and all, polygons names and different types of triangles names, you don't teach. If the child is really able to do it, you can teach later on through name lessons. Okay, see, 5 sides means it's a pentagon, 6 sides it's a hexagon. Okay, like that 2, 2 you can take and you can teach through name lessons. Okay, so when the child knows these sides, so again grading you can do 5 sides, 6 sides, 7 sides, 8 sides, and is able to name that also: pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, decagon. Because we have till decagon here. Decagon means 10 sides, nonagon means 9 sides, octagon means 8 sides. Now the words he'll learn the names. Maybe here just is pairing. When you feel, yes, my child can learn this. Okay, then later on you can introduce and you can ask the child to keep everything and ask the child to give me a pentagon, give me nonagon. No, from all these things, if you want to test, if the child knows or what, so mix everything and ask the child to trace decagon.
But really we are teaching.
Yes, of course. Name lessons, yes. That's what name lessons, it depends on you and the child. If the child is really able to learn the names of these things, you can teach. When the child is around 5.5 years, not now. Okay, that's what. These materials maybe you are teaching at the time of 3.5 to 4 years, but when the child starts tracing, we'll ask the child to trace or cut or color it. But when the child is able to learn the names, okay, everyone will not be same, isn't it? If one child will be very active and he can learn the names, means you can always teach. So what happens, maybe today you'll teach, next day also you'll just take out and you'll start working with this, because nobody is stopping him. He has a freedom of choice to select the material. Now he can repeat that so that he'll learn. Definitely he'll learn it. Pairing. Because here we are making the child to identify the shapes. Identify the shapes in the sense not through the names, by their structures. So here he has to match. That is our motto. Now, later on, I am telling. No, in the presentation we are not going to mention. We are going to give presentation only with the presentation tray. Later on we will suggest the children to work, because first I showed the child how to trace it. Then I showed the child how to pair it. Then in the same manner I will ask the child to work with the other trace also. Just he has to take out and he has to pair it, mix form. Okay? It's not like that only the child is doing and I am not watching, nothing like that. If you have 12 children, you have to watch, you have to keep an eye on them, what they are doing. If they are doing properly or if they are not doing properly, everything you have to take care. The geometrical cabinet itself, it contains all that. So here we have 6 trays. Actually here we doesn't have presentation tray, just I made it for you. So on top we'll get presentation tray also. 6 trays plus 1 presentation tray. 7, yeah. One is presentation tray, that is purely for your presentation. Okay, this you just tell the child to match it. If the child is doing properly, good. If the child is somewhere is not doing properly, you can always sit with the child and again you can teach the child. Really it is wonderful method. The children really they learn. Because when the child comes to you at the age of 2.5, he'll start doing. That's what I was telling you, that really the child is able to name all the states of India. Because we'll be having a big puzzle. Okay? This is not small puzzle. With big puzzle, you just take out Karnataka. Karnataka will be almost, if you join this, like this much big. Okay? You can see if you go to Montessori materials in the net, you'll see all those things will come. Okay? So you'll just take out, Karnataka, this is Tamil Nadu. You'll see and again you'll keep it. Because you can see this shape here, Karnataka shape, as well as the Karnataka shape on the puzzle tray also. Okay? No, just. We'll teach. So every day, see, we are not only teaching this, we are apart from this, that's why I told geography, botany, biology, all those things we teach, no? So we introduce the names. Yes, of course. We have to introduce the names. So it depends on the child again. Through the name lessons you can introduce. See, those things what they'll do, no? We'll keep it. Okay, the child will come, he'll take out all the states. Like this it will be there. Okay? It will be having a knob also. Again, this shape and this shape the child can match, right? In the same manner, he'll take out and he'll start keeping. Yeah, pairing, he'll do it. Yeah, if the child is really good, maybe if the child belongs to Karnataka, maybe he's staying in Karnataka and he belongs to Tamil Nadu. So now the child is able to recognize Karnataka and then Tamil Nadu and then Kerala. He starts one by one, because this he has whole 3 years he has to learn. So what do we do in traditional method and what is there in our idea is, yes, today I am teaching over. The child has to learn only today. But here nothing like that. Cylinder blocks, yes, I taught you that day in my first class. This is my 5th class. In the same manner, when the child is around 2.5 years, we are going to teach cylinder blocks. When the child is around 6 years also, the child is doing with the cylinder blocks. That repetition. Addition maybe today I am teaching. After 1 year also the same addition you can do with the material. He repeats and that makes him perfect. In the same manner, today I am teaching this, he's just taking and he doesn't know anything. It just matches. Sense is sense. Okay, because this is sensorial. If the child is really able to do, I'll teach pentagon means 5 sides. Hexagon means 6 sides. After 1 month, I'll teach heptagon and octagon.
Some children do like this, sticking and keeping like this. No, like this is
Let them do. Yeah. That's what, if the child is visually is very sharp, directly he'll put it. So that and all you can't stop. Ultimately the child has to pair this. So later on you use this material only for many things. He'll never forget. Once if he learns this, he'll never forget. Again the same, another one problem in India is, in Montessori method we have seen, he'll learn everything here and he'll go to first standard. There the method is totally changed. So there he'll again only book and pencil. That should not happen. Okay, but we can't, we are helpless, but at least the child really will learn and it's going to remain in his memory for a long term. Now also, now what we are learning is still 6 years. We have the other course, primary course also. In some institutes, they'll teach till 4th standard. In India also we have, I don't know, properly I don't know which institute they are teaching. Because we have in IMTC also, primary course. Okay. In other countries, we have. In India also, in Bangalore also we have 3-4 schools who are following Montessori method till 4th standard. Even one school they are following till 10th standard also. There is some Gurukula school in Esrighatta Road. They are following till 10th standard. So, if you see some other countries, no, totally they learn in this manner. They doesn't have a traditional method, book and pencil. They don't teach in that method. Children, they have to enjoy what they are learning. Here also, you have to enjoy what you are learning, right? You make it, yeah. That's what we do, no? Yeah, it depends. Again, what we are doing, maybe when the child, maybe next June is going for first standard. So what I'll do, from now onwards, I'll make one classroom setup. Those children, those who are going to first standard, I'll make them to sit in one room. I'll teach them how to copy from the board. Okay, few books will keep and we'll teach them how to be in a classroom. Classroom environment also we have to teach. No, Montessori method means everything you have to teach. That's what I told. Next year maybe it's going to some normal schools, because here we don't have any Montessori schools and we doesn't know where the child is going also. So what we do, we teach the child. We'll ask him to sit in one room. They have to sit, we'll set up everything. What do we do in other schools? No? Even in play, if you take for LKG or UKG in traditional schools, they'll be having small chairs, tables, and they'll sit on that and all those things, because they'll go for half a day. See the difference, even maybe in the same school. Till LKG they'll go to, till UKG they'll go at 12 o'clock. When they go to first standard, they have to sit till 4 o'clock. So even in our schools, the children, no, as soon they'll finish their lunch, they'll be ready with the bags. First 2-3 months, they'll do like that. They'll feel sleepy, they want to sleep. No, because they're habituated to that. 12 o'clock they'll go home, they'll have their lunch and they'll sleep. No, all those things. Here what happens, they have to sit till 4 o'clock. So they have to adjust to that. So here also, if first standard also, you have to give time for the children to settle down. No, if you're a personal teacher, you will realize that, ma'am, going home ma'am, they'll be ready afternoon itself. Because this method is totally different from that method. So here in preschool method, what happens, only one teacher the whole day. Okay, 1 year if you are with me, all the 5 days. So you will be adjusted to me. No. So there, once if they go to first standard, first period one teacher comes, as soon bell rings she'll go, next teacher will come. There only learning is happening. They'll come, they'll teach and they'll go. They have to adjust it to all those systems. So not only from Montessori method, even those children also they have to get adjusted to that. So once from the month of October or November, if you start making the child to sit in one room and again you will extend the timings. These children will go at 12:30 means those children will bring their lunch. They'll sit here till 2:30 like that. So we'll make them to adjust to that system also. So that, yes, morning they'll work here, again they know. Again we'll tell, because next year you're going to other schools. So this school will be like this, you have to sit in one place, everything you have to tell. So you have to copy from the board. Whatever they are teaching, will at least 6 months if you give training, automatically they will get adjusted. Because other schools in LKG, UKG they won't teach. UKG also they'll go at 12 o'clock, we never say, we'll never make them to adjust to first standard. We'll never prepare the child. But in Montessori method, Montessori school, we prepare them to get adjusted to that type of environment also. Last 6 months they'll be like that. Till 11:30, 12 o'clock they'll do all Montessori activities. From 12 to 2:30 or 3 o'clock they'll sit in a classroom. Any doubts? Understood geometrical cabinet? You can teach like this, we have many things. I'll just show you. And then you have to work now. Please start working. Yeah, only one presentation. 3 shapes. See, even these shapes. Actually we teach no triangle, square, circle. Then what else we teach in the school? Oval. See? This is called rosette. See, here the child because here all the shapes we have included in this. So he'll start working, pairing. Afterwards you can teach him names. Again ask the child to bring oval shape, trace oval shape. Okay, he'll just he'll trace the oval shape, he'll color the oval shape, whatever, rosette, whatever you want to ask. Trapezium, in the other tray we have trapeziums, different. Actually, yeah. Curvilinear triangle. Curvilinear triangle. That's what it depends on the child. If the child is really able to learn, how much ever he can learn, you can teach that much. First you have to learn the types of triangle also. See, here you have triangle. That is right angle triangle. Equilateral triangle. Right angle triangle means when the one side is 90 degree and triangle means only 3 sides. See, when you are teaching to maybe 4th standard, if you start teaching different types of triangle, or 5th standard, if you take this material and if you teach, what they'll do, they'll just give an example and ask them to trace. See, 90 degree means how it goes, 180 means how it goes, 70 degree means how it goes. No, all those things you can teach. These materials, that's what I told. EPL also, from EPL, sensorial, all the materials, it goes till the end of the life. It is not limited only to UKG children or LKG children or below 6 years old children. These materials you can use for higher class children also. You give them, one day you give them all this tracing. So again ask them to draw one triangle, any one triangle, maybe this. Okay, again show this shape. Ask him whether this is what they have drawn and these things are same or what. Again ask them to trace it. Yeah, you can sit. It's very interesting. You can sit and you can do. Okay, if you have Montessori materials, if you are handling first standard, second standard, even language also, if you are handling for first standard, second standard, or your own children, you can teach through sounds. That is not only limited to, because maybe in India you are surprised, ma'am, is it possible or not? Because if you go to US and some other country, they'll start. If you see some videos, you'll understand. 1 year old child can do cylinder blocks, pink tar. Today we saw some videos, right? Small child was doing pink tar. So it starts from there. Here what we do, for 1 year child means he has to sit in one place, he has to sleep, he has to eat, he has to.
Doing pairing. He's saying, then again.
Children know, they really, if you teach them properly, really they learn properly. Yeah. Montessori method, if you start working, that is more interesting. You'll feel that. Now, any doubts? Geometrical cabinet?
I have only one question. My child is not asking any question from me. At this age. Because mostly children ask him, Mama, what is this? Mama, what is this? He is not asking. Yeah, he knows everything. But that's why he doesn't.
Then why do you worry? You ask him. You start asking him.
No, I am worried because the children is asking, Mommy, what is this? Mommy, what is this? He is not
See, if the child is not, is very confused, then they'll ask. Simply they won't ask. Children know, see, maybe we think the child is too talkative. Every time we'll ask, every time, whatever they'll see, They want to know that they'll ask. If already they know, they won't ask, they'll start explaining, they'll start doing on their own.
He never asked me this question, Mama, what is it?
Is doing, he knows that.
He knows everything.
Yeah, then leave it. If he doesn't know and is not asking, then you have to worry. If he knows, see, once we know, why should I ask? I know how to prepare chapati. Again, every time, why should I ask my mother-in-law? Isn't it? Do we ask? Then, do you ask your husband each and everything? Shall I go there? Shall I do this? Shall I do this? What is this? Why? No. Once if we know, even we don't ask, then why are I expecting the child? Because you are expecting, other children are asking, even my child should ask. You are making your child down. If your child knows, give more activities to him. And he will ask. When you give something new to him, definitely will ask. So whatever is there in your home, maybe the child knows. You bring some new thing, some difficult thing and ask him to do, definitely will ask. If they doesn't know, they will ask. If they know, they won't ask. Nicely they will sit. Few children, they will be very good, very silent. Whatever you give work, they will do and come. They won't ask anything. They won't even open their mouth. But they are very perfect in their work and whatever the work you give. That is what we need. Yes, any doubts? No. Afterwards, when the child asks, you can teach. That's what I told. You can teach through name lessons, the names. Okay, if the child asks, you can curvilinear triangle means, you can ask, see, this is like a triangle, but exactly we doesn't have a corners. We have little curve. That's why we call it as a curvilinear. So all those things, if the child is interested, you can teach. Tray, he has to identify the shapes and his socket and he has to pair it. Later on you can introduce through the names or else you can ask him to draw the shapes as I told. If you want to do it now, it should be repeated. Within one day they won't learn, I'll tell you. No one can learn within one day. It should be repeated. So if you are teaching also, if you have some teaching aids also, if you are working in traditional method also, whenever you are free, just please show them. At least early in the morning. Why do we do rhymes and stories every day, tell me? You are doing rhymes and stories to remember every day you are doing. Why not the other things? Just think in that way. Every day, as soon they'll come, they have to stand, they have to jump, they have to say the rhymes, they have to narrate the story. In the same manner, whatever you do, please repeat it. At least whole year. If you are LKG teacher, repeat that. These items, you just show and ask them and at least orally something. Okay, when you are UKG teacher, you just do some activities like that. For a group, repeat that. So what, after holidays, even in Montessori method, because Montessori method, what happens, they can see the materials. Once if they see, definitely they'll remember. So in traditional method, what happens, there is no materials. Even social behavior activities, how to do namaste and when we discussed in first 2 classes, even those activities we have to repeat in Montessori house of children. As soon they come from the vacation, they'll forget. They'll go to their native and even now, when they comes to school, maybe the child is very good in spoken English. He's speaking very well. Maybe 1 month he'll go to his native or he'll stay back in home and he'll come back to school after 1 month. Totally gone. Why? Because he's not used to that. Okay, once if you start reminding them, they'll come to that path. Okay, repetition. So as you do rhymes, stories and everything, please whatever you do, repeat it. Okay, maybe today you are teaching rhyming words. At least weekly, twice or thrice you just repeat. Then they are going to remember it. Once if they remember, maybe after 2 months if you ask also, they'll say. Till it's going to register in their mind, you have to repeat. One day you'll teach and tomorrow you don't teach, means how it's going to register, right? You just think about that. You just think about small child and all these things, you'll get lots of ideas. Because when we were doing training, just they used to show this material and they used to because no one can give you the practical knowledge. Because here we are telling you, think, but nobody told us. When you start working, we started realizing this. So sometimes even I think I'm working in traditional method of school, and sometimes I think I'm doing properly. Because in traditional method, there's no materials and we have to finish the portion, or some way few children are not able to cope up, or maybe the family background they're not able to teach at the home. All those things matters. Everything you have to take care of. Okay, please think individually. Okay, when you start working, maybe next year you all start working, I think maybe this year also if you are working, so start thinking about single child, not in a group. Then you'll get lots of ideas. Once you start working, because nobody will tell you what is going in the classroom, nobody can stop. Maybe they can give you some curriculum or you finish this. But the ideas, methodologies and all those things, it depends on you. Got it? Any doubts? Yes, any doubts? So here we have a box called rectangle box. Sorry, triangle box. Triangular box. No, this is not part of geometrical cabinet. Consecutive triangles. So this is like to make the child more perfect with the shapes. Yeah. Consecutive triangle box. Yes. Okay. So here we have a constructive triangles with different colors. Okay. Now you take out any one triangle. Okay. Isolate it. Okay. Leave that book. Okay. Just because according to book we doesn't have a material here. Okay. Just see what we can do. Okay. Any one triangle, because here we have a different colors of triangle. Okay. Any one triangle. Now ask the child to take out the same type of, same color, size triangle from here. Okay. We'll take out, ask him to keep it one above the other, and you can ask the child, see these two are same. In the same manner, ask the child to make it for all the triangles same. So now it's yellow. To ask him to match it. Okay. Now see, if we keep it together, it becomes a, what is this? What shape do we call this? Rhombus. This is not rhombus. Yeah, you can show like this. No, this is not a quadrilateral. So you can form one shape if you keep it together. So like this you can show to the child. See different shapes. When you join the two triangles, it makes different shapes. Which triangle is this? Equilateral triangle. Just this is an activity. Okay, don't go too in depth to the child. Okay, just ask the child to keep it together. Now these two are same. Okay. Just ask the child to, these two are same and these two are same. Maybe call it as a rhombus, right? Equal. Okay, you can just show him. Okay, if you join two triangles together, we can form different shapes. Yeah, matching with the same thing, and then placing it next to each other. You can see the shapes. And again, same thing we have here also. Okay, see. Actually, here we doesn't have a. Can you see the black line here? Actually, okay, here we doesn't have black lines. Actually, the black lines will be there like this. Okay. Let me do it. See, what happens, so just I'll show. Black lines will be there here. So what the child has to do, just he has to join the black lines. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, the same thing here also. Here also you have many triangles. Actually, no, they'll give it like this. Black lines. They have to match the black lines. See, same thing they'll give with the different shapes. Maybe like this. ಪದ್ಮ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ನೋಡಮ್ಮ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡು ಈ ತರ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು so actually like this they'll be having okay just that to match see with the match these two triangles which shape it becomes now you see which shape is this parallelogram like this they can do as many shapes as possible. So again with the blue triangles they can do many shapes. You can say the shapes if you want as a child to make those shapes or as a child to just make the shapes. See here it's a rectangle. If they doesn't know the names also not a problem, just ask them to make some shapes with this. Okay, like this, just make them. Actually in big triangle box we have a big shapes like this, 4 colors. 2 to each. So small one it depends. Constructive triangle, that's what I told, it will be with a black line. Okay, they are going to construct the triangles using this black lines. Here one is there, right? Yeah. So like this black lines will be there in all the triangles. Okay, just they are going to construct the triangles. You can draw one shape and ask the children to construct like this. Even they can construct not matching because all different sizes. Yeah, what is this now? Square. See this. Okay, like this you can ask him to construct many shapes through triangles. That is called constructive triangles. Even this also, using this you can construct. You have say because so many shapes, just they can do it. You can construct as many shapes as possible. Even you can tell them you construct square, you construct rectangle, you construct triangle. So just give these triangles and ask them to construct. If they know the names, they'll construct. If they know the pentagon and all, that also they can construct. I'll show that with other material. Got it? If you are confused, please don't write this presentation. I'll give you, okay? Because here the material is totally different what I'm showing and what I'm explaining. That's why. So here we have blue triangles. Okay, all triangles of same size and shape. Okay. Sorry, we have here. Yeah, based on the shapes, it's all activity based because, yeah, can you see here the black lines? Okay, now you'll understand. Just join the black lines, that's it. See what we have constructed now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagon. Now it's a triangle. So from many triangles we can make a shape. So how hexagon, pentagon, decagon, how it happens? When we join these triangles, it becomes, no, when we join 6 triangles, it becomes hexagon. So now all these things you are not telling to the child, but you can ask the child to, so maybe if the child knows hexagon, ask the child to make hexagon with this. Okay, say again. No. This you don't write actually. Because if you give different shape, other sizes, no, again they can prepare pentagon, everything. Okay, so you just show him how to construct this. Now here we have a triangles. Now we can do as many shapes. However you want, you can do it. So you can do this shape. Okay, like this. So as many shapes as possible you can start constructing now. Yeah. Just give so many blue triangles are there. Just give to the child and give all the shapes. Unless you can give one printout of one shape, or you can draw on. You can give that paper to the child and ask him to construct with these blue triangles. So from these triangles you can show how to construct. Okay, because all the black lines should come out. Okay, there few things will get it these sides, that is not there actually, black lines. From that they can do many things. So like this you just give and tell him to construct different shapes. See, only we constructed 3 shapes. Like this, how so from here also you can construct. So you just give him to construct, he will construct the triangles, shapes. So now we are not telling in detail geometry, we are not teaching him. At least he'll understand. With triangles we can do some shapes. We'll give, to draw the house, we'll tell one square, one rectangle, door will be in rectangle shape. So you can give all those figures also. If you want, you can give one big square, rectangle, some circles, like this, okay. Just use these ideas, okay. Give some cutouts of this. If you ask carpenter, he'll prepare and give. Okay, ask him to prepare one big, so then give everything, give that box and ask him to construct a house. Using shapes, draw the pictures using shapes. We'll just tell the children, you're using the shapes, please draw the pictures. So, how will, shapes means what is that? You just give everything practically. And so later on you can give, and later on you can ask the child to draw anything using shapes. Maybe house or school or whatever you want. You teach all these things and teach him. Even tree also, it will be in a rectangle shape. Like this you can teach. You can give these blue triangles and ask him to construct the figures. If you try, you can construct many figures. Even square we can make, rectangle we can make. This is blue triangular box. Hexagonal box, in this we have a blue triangles without any black line. Here we have a black line. You can come and see here. I constructed. If you can't see from there, just come here and see. Okay, again you can do here one red, yellow, grey, green. With lots of colors you can do it. Actually this is also in blue triangle. Constructive triangles means, actually I showed like this will get, in all these triangles will be having a black lines. If you want to join here we have to get a black line. That is not there here. That is called constructive triangles. This is blue triangles. Blue triangles, there is no black line, nothing. You just give and you ask the child to construct as many figures as possible. Yeah. Got it? You take this and start constructing. Today go home, just revise about your geometry once again. So then, because that time we didn't know, pentagon means 5 sides. If you join 5 triangles, it becomes pentagon. Now, just think now how pentagon we can draw pentagon. How to draw pentagon, because we need to take 5 different measurements, like a triangle. Again we have to join all the lines. How to construct a pentagon, how to construct a hexagon. You just think. Here only we are giving all the ideas to the child. Same size. Different sizes and different colors. Here we have only blue triangles of same shape and size. Again through this you can show to the child. Okay, see, join these two, it becomes like this.